and he side of the goal man shoot. Perform this excellent finish, I do it like Kane or Lukaku. Or like Beckham.
Pass the girls that tiki-taka, that's why they call us MSA. I'm on the block like winner, back road leger, fully paper on my inner. I fly past my head, top 10 of the motors, I wash like Sammy Khedira.
And I can still kick balls like Drogba, young and I've made big wins like Gossa. Too far gone, can't catch me, Costa. I'm off, pace, Costa.
3 of the best, he's made them pay, and that completes a wonderful hat-trick.
Next video, this is going to be a good one. So, we're ranking the best Premier League squads. So, just squads who've played in the Premier League. Will include their other achievements, such as UCL winners and stuff like that. The 6 we've got to choose from. We'll do them in time order. So, we have the 99 treble winners, Man United.
1.
03-04 Invincibles of Arsenal.
2.
04-05 Chelsea.
3.
07-08 Man United.
4.
Then the Centurions of Man City.
5.
And the COVID winners Liverpool.
And 6. And that was in no particular order, of course.
Yeah, that was just in literally time order.
So yeah, let's start bottom up. Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll let you go first with your number 6.
Go on.
All right, I've got 07-08 United 6th.
My 6
We're gonna hurt people with these.
is Chelsea. Very tough, but Chelsea.
My 6th, the Invincibles. Go into why you put 07-08.
Listen, cool. Yeah, I understand that you guys might have had prime Ronaldo. I think he won the Ballon d'Or that season. But for me, I just feel like the squads on this list, they're just better than that United squad for me personally, innit? Even the United treble, I feel like is better than the squad of 07-08. I just feel like the other squads are better. I mean, they're all fantastic teams. I'm not disputing that team one bit, not even in the slightest. But for me, they're not better than the teams that I've got above them.
Fair play.
It's not really fair though. You're really upset though.
Of course.
No, but I'm really upset as to why you think Arsenal should ever be 6th.
Bro, Invincibles.
Yeah, you say why you think Arsenal should be 6th.
That team should have won a UCL in its time. The team that was put together with only 2 teams really competing for the league for the majority of the time, with United and Arsenal, you should have pushed on more. I think personally you should have won a little bit more with that team in regards to Europe. Both the squads that we mentioned for United squads have won a European trophy. You have none to follow with that. Cool, you might say the United 99 one was, what, luck, right? Why did you not get luck? What? Did it come
Because we're Arsenal. We never get lucky. We always get shagged somehow, some way. I wish I was old enough to fully remember, innit? But obviously, I've watched enough documentaries on that Arsenal squad, and for me, like, come on, man, there's no way they can be 6th on this list. There's just no fucking way.
You had them together enough time to win a UCL.
You can't go a season undefeated and tell me that a team that squad should be 6th. We've always found a way.
Bro,
that season, we
how many draws?
always
I think it was like
found
11 draws in that season.
That's this is what I love that argument. You know, do you know I love it?
It's impressive, yeah.
Listen, the league was already done.
I think it's 13 draws.
The league was already done. We had already wrapped it up, bro. So why should we give a shit about the rest of the games to play for? It doesn't matter.
For the points tally, City usually wrap up a league. The Centurions side we're going to.
But at the same time, why would we think about going for the points tally when we can also think about not going undefeated when we've already wrapped up the league? The league was already done and dusted after how many games, bro?
If you get 3 points, you're not undefeated.
We were already miles clear in the league. We drew a lot of the rest of our final, I think 10, 11 games. We kind of drew a lot of them in it.
Yeah.
But the whole reason for that is because the league was already done. We did the hard work. So what's the point of what you mean going further? We've won the league. We've done the hard work. We've done the hard work. Why should we care about more points when we've already won the league?
More records.
Cool. Look at the record we got now, though.
Fair.
No one's ever done it. Has anyone ever done it?
You could have done Invincibles with a 100-point tally.
Has any, what kind of bullshit?
That would have been amazing,
okay, cool.
bro.
Okay, cool. The 100 points team, the 100 points team should have also won the league without being undefeated as well. Then they should have done that.
But they did other things that put them further up my list.
No, okay, cool. They did what other things?
So I see it's got dominate. Does dominate.
We'll go on to the next one. We'll get there.
What about what's your 6th?
So mine's Chelsea. I just think. I don't know. I think the squad, in terms of pound for pound, player for player, I just think it's the weakest. I feel like Jose Mourinho as well. He done so well. He was the elite manager with the good squad, if you get what I mean. I think All right, it's still an elite squad, but out of the 6th, I just have the lowest ranking.
I beg to differ, but I mean,
Let's
Let's
go
go
fifth.
fifth. Who have you got?
Go on, I put Chelsea for similar reasons. I think again they could have pushed on for a bit more, and squad wise, okay, yeah, they got the 15 goals in a season. Yeah, very, very, very impressive to only concede that, and especially so the home record as well that Liverpool couldn't even get. They got close, but not close enough to. Very impressive stats. But that team could have done a little bit more again. Where I think they could have done more, especially pound for pound for player, like JB was saying, could have pushed on a little bit more.
I disagree with both of you.
Go on,
For me, I put United treble.
I'm noticing a pattern here.
No. Like I said, this United treble was better than the 2007-8. I mean, come on, the treble, you have to mention the treble is pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie, but like I've always said, that period when United were dominating the league, they had already won like how many Premier League titles in a row. I mean, in Europe, yeah, there was a fair amount of competition, but the Premier League was always United winning it until Wenger came. So for me, even that Premier League at the time, the Premier League was a farmers' league when United won that trophy. So is that Bayern Munich, for example, now? Would you say Bayern Munich is a European great team now if they go and win the league this season like they've always done, and then they win a cheeky Champions League? It's kind of the same thing with United in that period for me. So I don't know, man. I just feel that there's a bit too much hype about that treble team. They are an amazing team. They had a young squad, but Sir Alex Ferguson was also a great manager. So for me, I just feel that, yeah, with those points that I've said, you could say I'm right. Let's be honest.
I also have that 99 squad in the same place. I just think, I don't know, they have one of the better squads. Like, if you look in terms of on the bench as well, like when you have Roy Keane suspended for the Champions League final, I'm not sure who they brought in, but they still won it. When you have Cole and York up top, you take them off, and then you still have Shearer and Solskjaer to come in and score them. I mean, Sheringham and Solskjaer to come in and score the 2 goals for Bayern.
You tried, exactly.
But yeah, for similar reasons, like Deeko just stated.
Do you get it, fam? Like, come on, bro. Trust me, man.
I'm gonna
fuck
say
United. Fuck them.
I'm noticing a
United
pattern.
there.
Go further down with this one. Fourth.
Who's
Go on, I'll say Centurions are my 4th one, you know.
Hello, Liverpool. Oh,
fair.
Do you know what? I'm measuring the time period of the Centurions, yeah, and how, like, in that period, 1 year, I think that in terms of league competition, how much competition did they really have from the other rivals, apart from Liverpool that season, which took them down to the final wire? The other two, they kind of walked it. Cool, you could say that's because of their squad, how amazing their squad was, right? 100 points, amazing tally. But and the League Cup, Pep basically made the Carabao Cup his cup.
But no one's ever seen 100 points ever in the Premier League, so you have to give them the credit.
No, it's definitely very, very impressive. That's why I put them higher up the list. This is 4th is still a good place for these squads.
I know, when you think how many Premier League squads there's been, like, it's crazy. But still,
not a bad position for them. And think about how much City spend and the depth in their squad. I think they should be sweeping most of the trophies out there. And they did do that for a few years, but they could have gone again a little bit further. Few tweaks in their decision making from Pep, especially in certain finals, certain games. They could have gone on and pushed on for a little bit more success overall with that squad. The money that's spent in this squad as well, and the perfection of every player. They had like nearly a second player in every position. I think they could have gone slightly more.
But then that's yeah. But you can't like. It can't be to their detriment that they have them players, because we are ranking the best squads.
Yeah, we are ranking the best squads, and
I
also
think the squad could have gone on a bit further.
I think the squad could have done more.
I will always keep saying, Champions League is luck. At the end of the day, it happens.
Who's your 4th place?
The best teams would find their ways to the top.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but it's still luck. My 4th place is nowhere. It's not even Centurions. Just stop. I have Chelsea 04-05 in it. Like, I mean, listen, it was really difficult for me to put Chelsea 4th here in it, but
second club.
No, they're not my second. They're not my second. I don't know where you look got this from. Where did you look get this from? They're not my second club, like. But obviously Chelsea 4th. I mean, like you lot said earlier, like I agree with your arguments there, but not 6th in it. This squad's better than the United squads put together, actually. So for me, just 15 goals undefeated. No one's ever really seen that before, and it's just like, wow.
Conceded only 15.
Yeah, no one's ever conceded 15 goals in the season.
I mean,
come on, man. only 15 goals in the season. Like, it's just unbelievable, man. I'm sorry, like, they have to be fourth for me.
For my fourth was a toss-up between my third place team and Liverpool. So Liverpool are fourth for me.
Fair enough.
I just think COVID tax, most of the away games were with fans without stadiums without fans there. All right, they won the games they needed to, but the landslide, they didn't have a challenger that season. I know they won the Champions League, which was obviously a great achievement, but I don't know. It's just in terms of bench option as well. If one of them front three did get injured, you look the season after, it shows how weak their squad was when Van Dijk got injured and they just fell away. They got battered.
You know what? You make a fair point.
If you get what I mean. So, like, still one of the best teams. But just for me, it's just fourth.
Fair enough. So that's all fourth's done.
Fourth's done.
Third. I went with 99 squad here for the third. I couldn't put them any higher. I think they again.
You should have put them lower.
Nah, incredible accolade. Treble again with a Champions League. Again, who's done that in the Premier League since? Arsenal? Spurs? Exactly.
Hey, why do you bring Spurs into the conversation?
Were you even born?
I was 1 year later, yeah. Lower it, yeah.
Don't give me that.
Regardless,
and like I said, that was a Farmers League. Premier League was a Farmers League at the time.
And we still did it in Europe as well. It's just been very impressive to do the treble in all of that. And we also, not this squad in particular, but we stopped Arsenal from winning a nice double. Like there's the 03 or 4 Arsenal Invincibles. So yeah, that's my third.
Cool. My third is the Invincibles.
Fair play.
Surprised I had them as high as this, but
what do you mean you're surprised?
Because it's
You
Arsenal.
have to.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
First, like,
So,
I respect it.
Yeah, like, to go a whole season unbeaten
Come
is
on.
fucking crazy.
Exactly.
Like,
You get it. Even third's a bit low, but I get it.
So it's nearly 20 years ago, and it's still not even really been close to being.
You get it? Like, no, bro, come on, man.
But
This is
then for the
Arsenal
same
Invincibles.
for the reason Reece had them sit, like maybe they could have done a bit more with their squad.
Listen,
So yeah, that's
for me, I got Liverpool third, didn't it? Because I just see it like this year. Come on, man. Like, that's like you said, that City squad, they had 2 players in each position, and Liverpool still found a way with just 11 players to overcome that squad. They got 97 points and still lost the title. That's more than the amount of points Chelsea won the league and they conceded 15 goals. For me, that's unbelievable. The very next season, the character showed to come back. Even after winning the Champions League, they came back, won the league, breezed it. Even before the COVID came, they had already won the league without fans. Exactly. Yeah, everyone was saying cancel. So for me, that Liverpool squad third.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have them second, and that's exactly why. For those exact reasons, they did this with basically only an 11. They pulled this off. The squad overachieved, if anything. It shouldn't have been able to do as much as it did, I think, personally. And we kind of noticed that, like you said, when Van Dijk dipped off, we noticed that it wasn't able to go as far again. Bro, they already lost the Champions League final, where if Salah stayed fit in that final, we never know what could have happened that year. And then that helped Real Madrid to keep their triple success there. But and then to have the bottle again to go next year and then win the final the next year after, to compete against this City side who did Centurions have 2 in every position, as we were saying before. Again, these are incredible accolades.
To be fair,
Salah as well. Look at his records for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Bro,
that's your second.
Yeah, I put him second. I think the squad
to be fair,
went further than it should have.
When they won the Champions League, they beat one of the best Premier League teams ever as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know they beat Spurs in the final, innit?
Yeah, I know they did.
It's one of the best Premier League teams ever. I'll take it.
Who have you got second?
My second is 07-08 United. That is my second place.
How?
You think they because I know we said 07-08, but that squad won 3 league titles on the bounce.
Exactly.
You see how he's not involved? Like, he's a Spurs fan. I don't really see anything on the Spurs list. Like, so I just had to put it out. Carry on, though.
The only club with 2.
Carry on.
Also, in that time, they did win Champions League. So yeah, I think it did just the reasons right themselves. Like, and they had the greatest player of all time in that squad. Right, he weren't at his greatest then, But
I mean, he won a Ballon d'Or. Those
he
years,
did win a
so
Ballon d'Or there.
Was he really?
Last Premier League player to win a Ballon d'Or. Like, but still,
Crazy.
All right.
so that's why I think squads player for player, he's definitely
Cool.
they're definitely up there.
Second place, I got the Centurions in it. Like,
Fairs.
come on, man. That what they achieved, no team has ever achieved that in the Premier League. Like, it's just unbelievable. And they did the domestic treble on top of that. Come on, man. It's goated stuff. It's crazy. And in the period they did it, I know we can talk about the Man U squad or whatever.
And the Arsenal.
Let's also name like, for example, the United treble. Sorry, the Premier League winners in the past 10, 15 years. Like, there's been a lot of different winners. So for Manchester City, I mean, for them to just come out of nowhere and just take the league by storm like that and just
You don't think
take 100 points.
Just to be the Man United
Well, it was
of
built
this
up
era.
from a bit before that, though, from the Mancini and
They're
Pellegrini
not really the United of this era, but
You don't think? I think they are. They just dominating
they've won
Prem.
like 5-6
and
Prem.
Liverpool's the Arsenal.
Yeah, like they've won their one.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it.
They will be their biggest rivals.
Yeah.
Like Man United and Arsenal, they're not like bitter rivals,
Yeah,
but
Liverpool's
they're
like
in
the
terms of
Arsenal kind
competing.
of.
Yeah.
In terms of
guess so,
competing, they
City's
are.
just rebuilt the squad every single time they find
But
one
no,
weakness.
but I'm talking about the era like that in which they've done it at as well. It's not really a Farmers League fully as
Yeah,
well.
I get what
like,
you mean. I get it.
Yeah, 100%.
it's
Anyway.
not complete. Yeah, there's a bit more competition than there was back then.
Anyway,
Like, there's a
big
bit more
one.
quality spread out in the league compared to back then. There wasn't as
Yes.
much quality spread out. But
big
yeah,
one.
Go on.
You want to go first? You can go first.
first,
Let's guess.
listen.
Let's take a guess.
Drum roll.
How can I go against
14-15 Arsenal.
Listen, don't do that. Listen. How
How
can
to
I
not win a Prem?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
how can I go against the Invincibles? Like, you lot are buzzing. They have to be first. Just look at the squad. Just look at what they did. You can't go against the Invincibles. You just can't. How? You can't do that, man.
Shameful.
Come on, man. I could just say 100 reasons why. Like,
No. You can name 38 reasons why, and that is it. There's not 100 reasons.
no, but it's just come about the manager, the way we came into the league. No one expected Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal's always been a big club. But I mean, 89 Liverpool, for example, when we won the league at Anfield, innit? We won it there. We've won it at the Lane, and we've won it at Old Trafford. Sorry to mention, but anyways, like I'm saying, for us to come into the league to just be undefeated, to not lose a single game, we always found a way to pick up points. We had already won the league before people start chatting shit about, oh, you should have had more of a point tally. That's bullshit. We had already won the league time ago. So for us to continuously, we were playing games for no reason anyways. Like, for us to just carry on playing and getting points, just winning games as well. Come on, man. You can't take that away from them being first, man. They have to be first.
As well is that Wenger said the season before that he's going to try and go invincible, and then he ended up doing it. Innit? Like, he was meant to try the season before that, and he got a couple losses, and then he pulls it off the next season. Quite impressive.
Come on, hats
But not
off.
first.
Hats off.
Yeah, hats off in 6th place.
First.
Go on, you're
You're
first,
buzzing.
RJ, you're
You're
first
actually
place.
buzzing,
My
bro.
one, yeah, is the 07-08 United squad. Purely for the fact is, like JB mentioned, Ballon d'Or in this squad as well, Ronaldo here.
But you should have won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but he
though.
didn't. He didn't.
Yeah,
He
you know,
didn't.
But he should have though. So I don't give a shit, bro.
Lost
He should have won the Ballon
lost in
d'Or.
history.
We don't do if buts and maybes. We do absolutes. We do absolutes.
No.
Nah, you see, I'm talking facts here. I don't do if, buts and maybes. I do absolute. What?
But he should have absolutely won the Ballon d'Or.
Go on, go on.
Yeah,
So,
it's one Ballon d'Or in that season. The Champions League, and not only this is the reason why I in particular kept them in this. The only reason this squad didn't win more Champions League is because we played the best squad it built in history with that Barcelona side.
I
The
hear
side
that.
that knocked us out. Out 2 finals we lost against them. Back-to-back finals where we kept on making it after that. How many of these squads made back-to-back finals? Apart from that's why Liverpool's my second one as well. I don't think it's luck when your squad is making finals year in, year out against the best teams in Europe
That's
in this
true, that's
competition. Pushing on for it, and we won the treble. We won 3 leagues back-to-back in this time. The league was a walk for us basically because it was winning them back-to-back without a need to go any further. And then the only stopping point was that Barcelona side. This is the best. This is the best squad.
See,
Hands
see,
down.
Have you got a season
Speaks
undefeated though? You haven't though.
How
No
many
one can
Champions
do
League
it.
finals?
But people have done what United have done,
How
bro.
many Champions League finals?
What? No.
You've been to one.
One. We've been to 3 in that period. of
Who's
time.
done what Man United's done? Who's won back-to-back Premier Leagues?
Exactly.
Only Man United and Man
I'm not
United.
talking about,
Exactly.
but we're talking about the 07-08 squad. They had different
this
players
was-
from that period, though. Like
We
the
lost
players
Ronaldo in
kept
the last
changing,
final.
innit?
We lost Ronaldo in the last final in 09. That was when we lost him. Cool, but that whole period, the squad mainly retained the same, and we kept the same players going forward, and we had the same level
Oh,
performance.
so you're trying to include that 08-09 season as well.
We had the same squad pretty much. Squad didn't really change.
Kind of did though.
Who?
08-09 was when Ronaldo was there though.
He left the season after that.
Yeah, he left the season.
Yeah, the squad
after
stayed
that.
the same before.
Oh,
during
you're
that period,
talking
I'm
about
saying.
3 finals in a row.
We lost the final and
Oh,
he started
okay.
crying. He dipped. Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
that. We know the story.
Yeah, but
that whole period of time, it was incredible. It was incredible what the squad achieved, and that's why it's top of my list.
Alright, so my number one is the Centurions because like the football they played is just unreal. The highest points tally of any club in the Premier League. He would have Centurions top if he wasn't an Arsenal fan.
No, I would put Arsenal even if I was a fucking
That's-
Tottenham fan.
So whether they
Even if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd
whether
put
they
Arsenal
was
first.
when
I'm being serious here. Believe me. I'm serious. Exactly, I'm being serious.
so even if that's what I mean, like Arsenal for example, they went unbeaten. There's about 3 or 4 teams who have got more points than them. But like Man City, what do you try to do in a Premier League season? You don't try to go unbeaten, you try to get the most points humanly possible. And so far they have. No one else in however many seasons, nearly 30, 31, 32 Premier League seasons is Man City. No one has more points than them. So therefore I believe that is the greatest Premier League team and squad.
Yeah, it's Arsenal. But I mean, I do understand your statements, but it's still Arsenal. Because like I said, no one can ever do what Arsenal did. I just don't see it happening. It's going to be a record that's going to be broken. It'll probably take centuries, bro. We'll be dead, long dead. We'll be long gone before before Arsenal's record ever gets broken. Ever. I'm telling you, man, there's going to be loads of times when there's going to be farmers in the league, man. Come on, man. There's going to be another team in 10 years that are going to dominate the league. Come on, man. It always happens. There's always periods, man.
Newcastle United next time.
Exactly, potentially. But I mean, with the money that the Premier League has, maybe it won't be there as much, straight away. But it will happen when there's just a manager that just outclasses everyone, regardless of if a team has money or whatever. It's gonna happen. That's why Pep's the greatest manager that's ever lived.
Big claims, big
Because he managed the greatest team, or
He is. He's just the greatest manager that's ever lived.
yeah, because he's managed the greatest team in the Premier.
Yeah, that as well. And
So he just admits it. That's how we end today's video. That's it.
I mean,
Done.